this was one of the biggest things that happened at Comic-Con.
All right.
Okay.
Big news then. Big news.
It was revealed the Justice League trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have you seen the Justice League trailer?
I just did about half an hour before I left to come here.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, we got a new trailer, which this one's actually 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That was nice, because, you know, a lot's riding on Justice League. Although, not as much as we might have thought, because I don't know what you know about kind of the upcoming moves they've announced. But we'll get there, guys.
Yeah.
There's
We'll get there.
probably like the biggest thing is something they announced that a few people are talking about, but this Justice League trailer.
I think I know two.
All right.
But yeah, I guess we'll get into that. The
Yes,
Justice
we will.
League trailer.
The Justice League trailer. Now, remember, there was a lot of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, which, you know, that's what you want to show, because that movie, you know, she's had a really busy year this year.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I can imagine.
She was in Wonder Woman and Justice League. Coming out this year.
Wow.
And also, Ben Affleck continues to show that he is one of the best Batman actors we've ever had.
Yeah. Looking good.
Yep. And we also had Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Yeah, I saw a lot of him in that.
Yeah,
trailer.
I remember, you know, a lot of people are, you know, there's some people disappointed that it's not Grant Gustin from the TV show. You know, look, I'll be honest. A part of me does wish that teaming up with Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck was Grant Gustin and Tyler Hoechlin who's Superman and Supergirl. I kind of wish they had been in there, but it looks like Ezra Miller is going to do a great job. It felt like his Flash is kind of a nice combination of the Grant Gustin TV show plus the version you saw from the Justice League cartoon from the 2000s. And he has probably my favorite part from the trailer is when Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg are talking to Commissioner Gordon, and Gordon turns around and he sees they're all gone except for the Flash.
Yeah,
and he's just they just vanished. That was rude.
That was the most memorable part from the trailer
Yeah.
to me. It's interesting, like, the Flash might be one of the superheroes, period, that I know the least about. I've never read a Flash comic or seen, like, I just don't know anything about him, basically.
Oh.
So this is like my introduction to the Flash. So to me, I'm like,
You didn't watch
the
the Justice League cartoon?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. You were more Teen Titans?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely. That was my show. But, yeah, so I was thinking, is this what the Flash is like? Is he like a jokester kind of guy? I really don't know.
This is the jokiness is a lot like what you see from the Justice League cartoon.
Yeah.
Like when he's by himself, you know, he can't really be that kind of comic relief as much.
Yeah.
But if you ever see the Justice League cartoon, that's a lot of his personality.
Okay.
And he also has some really good comedy in the current TV show. And the Flash TV show from the 90s was actually really different. It was a lot like if you took the Flash and did the style and tone of the first Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that Flash was a little darker, but yeah, this one, if you're ever curious, yeah, the Justice League cartoon, Flash is just like that. So
Okay. That sounds good.
we've always had our trinity of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But thanks to the Flash TV show, Flash has really kind of become like that not member, but he's like right under them now.
Almost essential.
Almost.
I've been told that many times.
Yeah.
Not really. I've
Like-
been told I'm much below essential.
Honestly, like, yeah, Flash is probably like the fourth biggest one right now of the DC characters, thanks to, you know, that great TV show. And, you know, people are real excited to have Batman, Superman. We'll get into that later. About, so we have, people are excited because obviously Batman's always popular, but recently you had the Arkham games and the direct-to-video movies. Wonder Woman, big year for Wonder Woman. And Flash, we had the TV show. And, so anything else you want to say about the trailer before we talk about Superman, the trailer?
I don't have much else to say. So,
speaking of Teen Titans, Cyborgs.
Oh yeah, of course. I almost forgot. Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah, because Frozen Cyborg have for the past, since its creation, I believe, has always, well, most of his history he's been with the Teen Titans, but when DC did a reboot of their comics universe called the New 52, Cyborg became a member of the Justice League. And I remember Smallville did it first, where he was a member of the Justice League. Mm-hmm. And people whined about that, but now they were ahead of the curve. And so are you excited about Cyborg?
Yeah, I actually think that's a good choice because I feel like there's a huge audience now who know like superheroes largely from Teen Titans almost.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there are some of my friends even who probably weren't into superheroes at all until Teen Titans. And I know that we've talked about, I don't know the 90s Batman series. I didn't watch Justice League. I didn't watch 90s Spider-Man, and I only just saw Spectacular Spider-Man, but I watched the heck out of Teen Titans.
Inside here. You know what? It's the opposite for me. I didn't get until Teen Titans until like 3 years ago. And I've only seen season 1. I have season 2 on DVD.
Yeah, but
I still need to watch it.
I think part of the thing is, I think the time frame that show played and being on Cartoon Network really helped. Like, just the time it played and on Cartoon Network. Because I know there are obviously other superhero shows on the network. But, it just seemed like... It seemed like right around... Like, it didn't play, if I recall correctly, in a playlist like with other superhero shows. Like, it was just like the other it was on Cartoon Network, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And it was also on Kids WB.
Yeah, because
once again dating ourselves.
Yeah, but I just feel like if you weren't into superheroes and you were watching your Cartoon Network shows, that show played right alongside them. It was one of the mainstays in that era, and there are people like me and other friends of mine who were almost like introduced to superheroes because of the Teen Titans show. So.
And another thing, I was thinking about this recently, is that they have Cyborg in the Justice League. But also, this is a way to where, we all know there's going to be a Teen Titans movie eventually. It would be shocking for them not to do one.
Yeah.
So, we know, probably you won't have the build-up that you had with the Marvel movies, or, you kind of had a build-up with Justice League. You had the Batman trilogy recently. You had Man of Steel, Wonder Woman. Flash you can get away with because you had the TV show. So, it makes me think that instead of having to build them up, you can get away with making a Teen Titans movie that gets the fans of the TV show interested. And also, if you see a Teen Titans poster or trailer, you'll get excited because there's Cyborg, and obviously they're going to have Nightwing.
Yeah.
Who, for those of you, I don't even know if you know, Robin becomes Nightwing after, he kind of graduates from Dick Grayson, the first Robin, becomes Nightwing. After he kind of wants to become his own person, doesn't want to live in Batman's shadow.
Yeah.
So, Superman did not make a kind of main appearance in this trailer. What do you think his screen time will be in this movie?
I'm just going off of the fact that Wonder Woman and Batman are, it would be smart to make them the bigger appearances in it. I bet he's not going to have as much of screen time as them.
Which is disappointing, because we talked about how make sure for your first one, it's like it is kind of your only one.
Yeah.
Well, they're making the odd decision. There was an odd decision to kill off Superman in that second movie. I would say this is my guess. I'm guessing that Superman will have as much screen time as the Hulk did in the Battle of New York for Avengers. And maybe he'll have... I think, not as Bruce Banner, just as Hulk out. I think he'll have the same amount of screen time as the Hulk did in the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
Because I think, how kind of Hulk had that first Hulk out on the S.H.I.E.L.D. hangar?
Vaguely.
Well, I think that's when you'll find out he's alive. and then we won't see him. I think he'll have one scene where you find out he's alive, and then later he'll come back for the final battle.
Yeah, so he's just like a short battle appearance kind of
Yup.
thing. Yeah.
Yup.
I mean, at the same time though, I don't know how much I care. I mean, I would prefer to see Batman and Wonder Woman and Cyborg and Flash.
Superman is like one of the big ones, and I get it because look, Henry Cavill's Superman, not his performance, just the writing of the character doesn't work for a lot of people. It doesn't work for me. I thought the Superman parts were the worst part of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Justice League. Although this trailer does look really good, and a lot of people are kind of wondering about it after Man of Steel and BVS, but you have Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon directing. Think about it this way. This is like the most positive way I can think about this. You have Zack Snyder directing parts of this movie, so the fans of the current DC movie universe will be excited because he obviously did something to make them fans in the first place, and we also have Joss Whedon doing it. Now, when I say this, I don't mean to be rude or anything, or to bash Marvel, because I love Marvel. He took a group of unknown characters that nobody cared about and made the biggest superhero movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Except for Hulk, no one cared about those characters. I mean, you obviously had your solo movies, but no one ever thought putting those... Remember, Marvel had those because no other studio wanted them. So he put them all together, and he made the biggest one of all time so far.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, if Marvel had held all the rights, you'd think like they probably would have had to like put Spider-Man and Wolverine in there, but no. They took these unknown characters and made them big. And now, Iron Man's a big character, Captain America's a big character, Hulk is back.
Yep.
So, there we go with the Justice League trailer. I'm really excited about it. This is my most hyped movie of the year. And
yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.